It was at this moment that he knew.
He bucked up. Welcome. You're listening to Bucked Up with Sam Buck.
Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. Now you fucked up. You have fucked up now. Now you fucked up. 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 Now you have fucked up.
Thank you so much for being on. Yeah, thanks for showing me the tour of your place. I was looking up, on the website, and that's where I want to go. Buffalo is, as you were saying, the new hub.
It is. There's like a new studio popping up every day now. Like there's a bunch of good recording studios now, and there's a bunch of different local owned clothing businesses and stores opening up. So yeah, there's a lot.
How long have you had your studio?
I've had the store for 5 years. I put the studio in here like a year and a half ago. Actually, right after we did like a quick setup to do the Benny the Butcher song that we did for the first album I dropped. Mm-hmm. And then after that, I just put it all in. And now we got the digital board by Slate Media.
Oh shit, that's real nice.
I'm white.
So it's all touchscreen and stuff too,
Well, that's so cool.
Yeah, I got someone in the booth right now. So.
Oh, do you? Who's recording?
Yeah. A young kid named Kevin Mack.
Okay.
He's a new artist. So
I was listening to your albums. I have been, but I was, listening to them and really studying them before this. After shout out Body Bag Ben for putting us in connection, and it's so crazy the amount of talent that you have out there. And I know it's not all Buffalo. Like you have some people coming in, but I mean, Buffalo is a hub of all genres inside of rap, all the subgenres.
Oh yeah. I just got a couple people. There's everyone has their own group of people. And all those people that record with me, there's other people. They have other people they have. There's so many. I don't want to call them rap groups because they're just not groups, but like little mini independent labels that are all together.
Yeah, like the collectives.
Yeah.
Has there always been a history of rap in Buffalo, or is that kind of starting to blow up now with the rise of Griselda?
No, there's always been rap here, but the biggest problem was, no one wanted to look at Buffalo because everyone was always looking at New York.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, when you go outside of the Northeast USA, if you go to any other, especially on the West Coast, they think Buffalo is next door to New York City. When I have friends in LA, they're like, "Hey man, I'm in New York. You want to meet up?" I'm like, "Yeah, where are you?" "Oh, I'm Times Square." I was like, "Well, I'll see you in 6-7 hours." It's not next door.
Yeah.
So.
And when did it start getting recognized, do you think?
I would probably say, what do you say, Tim? Probably right around when Griselda, people were getting picked up and listened to. But I think the guy that actually really made, hip hop being looked at in the Western New York area, like Buffalo, Rochester, is probably 38 Special.
Yeah. 38's great. And
he was putting in work.
And he puts everyone on too. He's not that's what I love about kind of the scene, and how I kind of related to the comedy scene in Boston is you try to be helpful, or you want to be helpful. And that's what I liked about the Buffalo scene, especially with 38 Special, was he would put everyone on. He just had a album come out with Street Justice, who's very underground. But it's a fantastic album, and he's going to get a lot of publicity from that.
Yeah, he definitely, because he was putting in work and money, and he was definitely investing in everything. And then him and Benny obviously were close, and then Griselda started making way, and then it's been Griselda just by putting in work, they got the right chances and took the right deals. 38 is in a point in his career where he could really do whatever he wants without doing a deal.
Yeah, he kind of took the Currency route almost. Currency did take deals, but at least now it's mostly independent, and you can just do what he wants.
Yeah. Definitely.
Is it a close knit scene in Buffalo right now, or is it kind of
everyone kind of knows everyone, to be honest?
Mm-hmm.
That's why there's not there's so many, like I said, with the studios, there will be an artist that will record 2 songs here, and they'll go to another studio, record a song or 2 there, and then another one from there. Like there's a lot of, everyone knows everyone, and they're all friendly. There is like, everybody tensions here and there, but nothing crazy, like obviously some people, every rapper has the mentality that they're better than everybody, like if you didn't have that mentality, then you shouldn't be a rapper, like
100%. Yeah.
So
well, we were talking about
that's how I look.
I was talking about this with a rapper, Super Permy, up in Portland, and it's kind of like the similarities between rap and comedy, where it's like, how much can you not give a fuck while giving the most of a fuck? Like, you have to really care and have passion and put in the work, but you also have to be living your life and being able to be a sponge to the shit that's happening around you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm so down with your shit. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it real.
I mean, like that's all part of the. I feel like part of the culture is comedy. Art, music, all that stuff. Clothing is all the same. Like comedy, like music and comedy go hand in hand. Every famous comedian has some kind of musical talent. They just don't use it for some reason.
Yeah, it's like I know I talk about this a lot on my podcast, but Chappelle's Block Party was my dad's favorite movie growing up, and in that, I mean, it shows perfectly how they go hand in hand.
Yeah.
So you also have the clothing store there, and it's crazy how fashion's kind of blowing up with rap too. Those are almost hand in hand now.
Yeah, everything goes like, I mean, like I used to carry only rapper brands when I started the store, like T.I. and Pusha T and French Montana's, the Coke Boy stuff. And then like that's pretty much what I do now. Besides my brand, I carry like Cookies, which is Burner's brand. And that shit's blowing up. Cookies clothes will, by this time next year, I think will be one of the major streetwear gears out.
Well, Burner's another one who's just put in the work in every field and just really is spread himself out so he can make money in multiple ways. I mean, he has Cookies, he has the weed business, and he stays consistent, releasing great shit.
Oh yeah. His albums are solid. Like he's smart with it too, because like he started adding Mexican artists on his stuff. So like, Latin is a real untapped situation for hip hop, So,
it really is. Yeah, I kind of got into that with Unwell. Another thing I love about Buffalo is how it's, as I was saying, all the subgenres. Like, I'm a big trap fan. I love like the street shit. Like, I love all of it, and that's why I love like you guys. I hadn't even heard of them before your album, but like Spider to God's fantastic, and then like Love Boat Luciano is great, and you got all these, not the grimy stuff, but they're still working with them.
Yeah, Love Boat, he's with BSF. That's Dolo Boat. He's BSF.
Yeah, he's BSF, and he I was talking with him, but because that's what I love about BSF and Benny is Benny will put any type of music on that, or I mean Griselda does too with YN Billy, but like with Flex Baby and everything, I love the being able to spread out. Like, you don't have to just stick to what you like. You can respect all the subgenres. Oh
yeah, definitely. That's like on my third album I dropped was mainly like younger trap music, like like Future Style and 2 Chainz. A lot of beats were made by Flex, so I gave like a lot of the younger guys some shine on that one.
What I love about your albums is you kind of can do like a collective of the city. You're like a composer of them in a way, and you can put on like every different genre and all these different people and put them with the people blowing up and people who are already big and all that shit.
Yeah, it's crazy because like fashion, that's how I met a lot of the bigger names. Is through fashion, like Sue Surf, Smoke Bulger from Boston. I met them through like clothing reps, to be honest. They're, because a lot of clothing reps are also managers for music.
Was music not something? Were you always in the music business, or was clothing kind of that was what you started off with?
I've always been in the hip hop, but I was in the cars for like 20 years, like custom cars.
And really?
And then like as as everything started to explode local wise, everyone needed cars for videos. And then like a lot of videos that are out have like my cars or my friends' cars in the videos. So then, a couple people owed me favors, and, I got them on tracks, and I wanted to blow up people that I thought could be a next big artist out of Buffalo. So I put them with more famous people like Benny and Surf and Smoke and stuff like that. So yeah, like that Broken Bottles video, that's my Buick in the background with all the mobsters airbrushed on it.
Oh, is it? How'd you get into custom cars?
Just family trait to get away from other family traits. There's one part of my family that worked for a living, and there's one part that wasn't. So, they didn't want me to do what my dad and grandfather did. So, I got into cars here and there. So now I did that for a while, but I still got in trouble, unfortunately. So it's just, there's really nothing to do in Buffalo but get in trouble or move away. But now, thank God, like the art and music and clothing has really sprouted up. So a lot of these younger generation kids aren't really getting too involved anymore in the streets. They got a whole new outlet now. Like if you told me 10 years ago, like, music would be an outlet for kids around here, I'd be like, oh yeah, maybe, but they're going to get in trouble. Like a lot of us got in trouble,
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, that's why I'll see some rappers like who have some following still selling on Insta and stuff. And it's kind of like, do you have too many followers to be doing that right now? Like you gotta be keeping that on the DL. Yeah.
Selling is, it's crazy. Cause like, no one want to be a gangster no more. Everyone wants to make money, like a gangster ain't going to do nothing but get you killed or, in prison. And how's that going to help anybody? Nothing, like,
yeah.
I know a bunch of gangsters, and they don't want to be gangsters, like they want to just make money and live their life. They don't want to be looking behind their back every 2 seconds, Well,
and the way that kind of finances and money were kept secret, like the way that, no one knew, and now it's kind of, I have friends who are trying to go into like Boston and teach finances and teach like, no, this is what you're supposed to do with your money, because no one really tells you what to do with it until you go out and try to find it out yourself.
Yeah, there's only a small amount of people that do stuff with their money when they get it, and hopefully some of these guys are lucky ones to do something, because I mean I've seen a lot of these guys just blow money on dumb shit.
Yeah, I respect Mozzie a lot. Mozzie right now is buying up a lot of apartment buildings, turning them into, flipping that money. But he's also putting out how to do it and teaching. So I really respect that.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there's a lot of them guys like Rick Ross. Rick Ross has put a lot of he's got like a bunch of chicken wing spots now. Like he really like he like silently, like every time he gets one, he doesn't say nothing. It just pops up, and then oh look, I owe like a 50. This is my 55th one, But you still into cars? Like, do you still have a lot? Do you have your collection? Yeah, I still have a collection of custom cars. I have 5 custom cars. Which one? What do you got? Which one's your favorite? Which one's my favorite? I don't even know. Probably the one I handed down to my son that I started off with, an old Honda Accord. It's actually it's called St. Paddy's Day Massacre. It's all Irish themed. Oh, is it all green? Yeah, it's green and white. It's got like the leprechaun from the Leprechaun movie on it. It's got a Celtic cross airbrushed on it. And I had that since the beginning. I gave it to my oldest son last year. What else do you have? Does he enjoy driving that around or not? I have to ask this first. Yeah, no, he likes it. I also got him a Lexus too, so he likes driving that more because it's a little bit faster. Yeah. So, but yeah, we got 2 custom Lexuses, the GSs, the bubble style, like 2000. Yeah. We got 2 of those all done up. And then the Buick you seen with the big rims and all the gangsters, I got 14 gangsters airbrushed, including Whitey Bulgers on there too from Boston. Oh shit, really? Yeah, it's actually probably the only image on my car that I get, heat about, because, like he ratted out the Italians, but But I mean, it's always been the Italians versus the Irish, really, So like, just like Danny Green in Cleveland, that's exactly. They're against each other. So he didn't consider it ratting. He considered it, improving his business, But whatever, it is what it is.
Yeah, but you got more. Who else do you have on that car? I
got Carlo Gambino. I got Joseph Bonanno. Stefan Magadino, who was the first Buffalo New York boss before the Tadaros, who owned Lenovo's.
Yeah.
Who else do I got in there? Meyer Lansky, Nicky Scarfo from Philly. I pretty much got everyone on there. I got Mickey Cohen from LA. Like anyone, like most of the guys on there are famous for something. They changed the course of mob history at some point in time.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I got another truck. It's called a Ram Charger. It's a 2-door Durango. It's
the short one.
Yeah, it's a 2-door Durango. Yeah, it's like they only made them in Mexico. Like they made the 70s ones here, but then in 2000 for 2 years they made them in Mexico for 2 years, and I got that. That's actually in LA being built. So.
Oh, who you have working on it out there?
A bunch of Mexican buddies of mine from back in the day.
Not a shop. Yeah.
Yeah, they are a shop, but only our crew goes to it. Like I'm part of a crew from LA, so we're the only ones that they got business year round because the crew I belong to is like international. We got in different cities and countries. So
well, that's cool. So you got any others?
No, just those five.
I was losing count there. That's cool though.
We even got a Power Wheels, but air ride like hydraulics where it lowers. We got a Power Wheels for when my kids were younger, because I got 4 kids. So
that's dope. How old are your kids?
9, 11, 18, and 20.
Okay. Do they listen to are they rap fans?
Oh, they're huge rap fans.
Are they into your style? What do they listen to?
Yeah. My 2 oldest are definitely into like boom bap style. My younger 2 are obviously with their age. They like more of the trap style music.
Yeah.
But my son Nick, he's the youngest. He's actually, if you ever seen that picture last year from Halloween of the one kid dressed up as Benny the Butcher, the little Irish kid, that's my youngest son. So he thinks he's one of the guys. He wants to hang out at the studio all day, and but I don't think he's gonna get any taller. He's Irish, so he's got he can only get a certain height.
So that's all right. He can still get around. There's a lot of short guys out there.
But yeah, no, they're into it. We're actually in some of the videos, that Broken Bottles video. Me and my older son are in it, but we wore masks the whole time. We're in the back, we're always in the videos or around when they're shooting videos. If there's a custom car in it, most likely I was in there somewhere.
Yeah. That's that's the crazy thing is like the history of Buffalo kind of gets put out there too, and you kind of learn from it without even like acknowledging it, especially from the music and the amount that you learn. Like this is such a weird parallel, but have you ever heard of this author, Malcolm Gladwell?
Malcolm Gladwell? I don't think so.
He was talking about the 10,000 hours to master something. You have to work 10,000 hours. And he was writing this other book, and he's like a real, done up author, like very, I'm too stoned to even think of the word, but very smart author. And he was writing about Sly. Sly Green.
Sly Green. Okay.
And it was like the weirdest connecting of worlds, having him write about these 2 worlds of having him write about the Buffalo history and how I had knew so much from that just from listening to the music. I got to say, I feel very honored that you didn't answer that phone call.
Yeah, Double will fuck me up afterwards. No, but yeah, no, I mean he'll call back later. He always does.
Yeah.
So, usually he calls, and then Rick Hyde's brother is locked up too. Boone's, he's been on my albums. He'll call me too.
Yeah. Oh, how much time are they looking at right now?
I'm white.
I think. Well, they're both facing 20 plus, but I think their things are turning around where they're probably not going to do as much time. So. you know. I mean, I don't really know the ins and outs of their cases. I can
Yeah,
only speak.
totally. No,
You know,
I totally understand.
But yeah, they're definitely facing serious time. So
Yeah, well, that was Draco just got out, the ruler, and that was a real bad case too. I was keeping up on.
This motherfucker
But
is crazy.
I'm happy he's out, and thank you for staying on the call. I appreciate that.
Everybody love
So,
everybody.
what were we talking about before? Oh, speaking of, we were talking about, I was reading this book by Malcolm Gladwell, and he was writing about Sly Green, and it was the history of Buffalo. You just know through the music.
yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna go in the back because some people came in here, so I'm gonna let my other guys
No
handle
problem.
that. Hold on. All right. Yeah. Yeah, because we're still operating. We're actually getting ready to do the release party for the 4th album. So people are gonna start coming in because we're gonna
Oh,
play.
really?
You know,
When's that dropping? When's
it
that
drops
dropping?
Friday. It drops Friday.
It's really coming. I can't wait to hear it.
Yeah, it's definitely dope. I mean, all my albums that I always start off with only doing like 10 or 11 tracks, then it turns into like 15, 16 tracks. So it's kind of crazy.
Was the song with Body Bag and Boldy, is that the first single off of it?
Yeah, that was the first single I put off of it. Yep.
That's that's a great song.
Oh yeah, it's definitely one of the top 3 on the album. Definitely.
Boldy's having such a great 2020.
Oh, it's gonna be even better. Like I know I've heard like different things of different songs of different artists that are out right now. I'm like, man, I heard all of Rick Hyde's new album. Then that shit's really crazy. Plates too.
Oh, I'm excited. Rick is all of a BSF, but Rick is so good and really I'm excited. And he was saying, I was in the last episode with Body Bag, he was saying that he has a tape coming out with Rick too, and I can't wait to hear that.
Oh yeah, he definitely, yeah, that's I heard one track off of that one too, and that was fire. So but yeah, when we did, I was just in New York for that interview with Static Selector. And I heard some stuff off of Static's album that comes out Black Friday, which is super fire. And then Rick invited us over to the studio he was at, and we got to listen to his whole album. That it's definitely crazy.
I can't wait for those to drop. That's the Buffalo beat what Boston could never. Like, Boston has some great producers, some great rappers, but it never really got to the next level. It never took that step up.
Yeah, I mean, if you really, I don't know if you know who Smoke Bolger is, but you should definitely keep an eye out for him. If you don't know.
Smoke Bolger? No, I haven't. I'm always looking for it. All right, I definitely will. Okay.
Yeah, like he was getting really big a few years back. He put out an album called Features, like a mixtape, and I mean, he had everyone on it: Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, friggin' R. Kelly, like all types of crazy features, you know. But then like, you know, he had a family, something happened with the family, so he stepped back, but now he's been going back in, and I know he's got like a song with Rick Ross coming out and a video to go, and he's one of my go-tos for my albums. I always get him on the albums. You know,
that's where I knew his name. Okay, yeah, I knew his name, but I'm gonna have to check out that album that he put out.
Definitely, yeah, he's got a bunch of freestyles out too. If you go on YouTube and research Smoke Bolger, he's got a bunch of nice freestyles out too. So
you don't rap? Do you rap at all?
I could write, but I can't rap. I could write. I just don't sound right. You know, like
if I'm being honest, yeah, I understand.
You know, like I'll sit here sometimes and there will be a beat on him, like, and I'll write like 16 bars. I'll be like, okay, here you go. Someone want to rap this? And they're like, yo, why don't you just rap? I'm like, yo, I don't sound right, man. I just don't.
Do you like producing? Do you produce it at all? Like a lot?
I like putting it together. Like I tell people all the time, I'm like the broke DJ Khaled. Like I'm not on DJ Khaled's level. I'm just, you know, like I like putting it all together. I like, you know, I'm like a curator, I guess. Like I find all the beats place them together and then find artists and put them all together and, you know, get the other guys on it. I like doing it. To be honest, I did cars for like 20 years and I haven't felt like this since I began doing cars years ago. So like I'm, you know, like I got more music on the way too. I got 6 more albums dropping.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I got after this one I got 5 5-track EPs coming out with 5 different individual artists. And then
who do you have another album coming out with?
Huh?
Who are they coming out with? Can you give any?
There's just like my artists, like the Speedy the Icon.
Yeah.
I got one with Spider to God. And then the young guys like Kevin Mack and stuff like that. So I got them. I'm trying to showcase my artists too, you know.
Yeah, another artist that I didn't know until I was listening to your shit and I'm a big fan of is some dude. He's real.
Oh, same dude?
Yeah.
He's only like 18.
Really? He's so good.
Yeah. He sounds like he's goddamn 40.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I didn't know he was 18. That's crazy.
Yeah. He's signed to me too. So his dad is actually a barber here at the store.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So
what made you want to start putting the albums together? Because your first one came out in 19?
Yeah, the first one, yeah, it was a big mess for the first couple of months. Like it actually came out in September last year, but I had to take it down because Ito's verse sounded off. And then I had then I put it back up, but it kept going out as various artists. So I had to take it back down. So then we finally got up as Struggle Mike. It just like one thing led to another. Like we started with a Benny verse, and then it just went from there. From there on in, I was like, you know what? I was like, I really like this shit. Like the feeling was dope. Like to be honest, watching Benny and then, you know, being friends with Benny and City Boy and stuff like that kind of really like, I was like, yo, I want to do this. And then I had great guys here like Speedy and Kevin and same dude and all that. I was like, you know what? And same dude's dad, Tim, I was like, you know what? Let's do this. Let's really put a studio in here and we'll get this going. And then same dude's dad wanted to be a barber. So I got him a barber chair. I was like, why don't you go get your license and you can start cutting in here too? Fuck it. It was a wrap. So.
Man, I'm really like, it's cool that you're able to do all your passions at once and really like make it work. Did you have any vision of this when you were young, or were you just go with the flow and let's see what happens?
Yeah, I'm one of the people that's like, all right, if I'm going to try this, I'm going to try it. You know, like I'll just put my all into it. You know, like if I got the extra time and the extra money, I'll fucking do it. And I will go ham until I get it done. You know, like, and it's also a curse too. Cause like sometimes, you know, I'm like, damn, I really need 2 more, you know, guys on this album. And then I'm like jumping through hoops to get the shit done, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I got a fire album for spring too. That's going to be another full album. I already got a track that's got Benny, Heem, and Rick Hyde on it. Oh. And then I got another one. Yeah, I got another one that's got Rick Hyde, Conway, and then Santana Fox, who's Prodigy's daughter, is gonna be is on it. And then I got another song done. I got some LA guys that kind of rock with my label called the Breed Mafia. I got a track already by them, and then I got another one with Speedy, Stretch, and MC8 already ready for them. Oh
shit! I can't wait for that. What's that one called?
That one's just called Ties. So,
Ties.
Yeah, Ties. So
coming out in spring.
Yeah, I'm hoping Boone's could get out on bail because I'm doing a Jim Jones track with Heatmakers and I want Boone's to be on it, you know. So
yeah, that's crazy. Jim Jones and Heatmakers. How do you have time for all this stuff? You got your store, you got your record, you got your recording studio, you got your barbershop, you got your cars.
Yeah, I make time, I guess. I don't know. Like it's, you know.
Yeah. Was this when did this, so you said the shop you said 5 years old?
Yeah, about 5 years. Yeah, the store. Yeah.
Like what happened? Why did you start what made you want to start all this? Because it's been these 5 years that shows have paid off, but
I don't know. I just kind of like, I wanted to do something different than cars. Then I got into clothes and I was like, you know what? I want to do, you know, we had that one song with Benny and I was like, you know what, let's just do full music. You know, these guys that are with me, you know, didn't have the means or opportunities to make themselves bigger. And I seen in them that they could be great artists. I was like, you know what, I'm going to try and do what I can to help them, and we'll just make a whole thing out of it. And then we made a studio. Like Speedy's been a engineer and MC for a long time, you know? So I was like, yo, why don't you come up out of the basement? We'll do a thing here and we'll get it going. And it's pretty much that was it. After that, then it just kept going and going. Like originally it was supposed to be one album, and now here we are fucking a year later. Like, yeah, I'm dropping my fourth one, gonna get some more going.
You got 6 down the pike.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I like doing it. You know, I mean, you know, if you're having fun and if you got the time and effort to do it, you know, it works out.
Do you think that the success of Buffalo, but also this, is because of the collaboration? Like you're show, you know, you're working with all these artists and you're putting them on, and you know, taking the engineers and starting your label. Is that what it is?
Like everyone's got to start somewhere, and someone's always got to help somebody. You know, like, yeah, you know, that's how it is. And I think it's time that Buffalo got the shine. That's why everyone's doing so good out of here. Like every artist that drops something is getting plays and views, and people are buying the merch. Like the merch game is crazy. You know, with the COVID stuff going on and streaming services, like merch is the new record sale. You know, like you can sell a record, but most people stream it, you know, like, so the new thing is merch. That's why everyone's got merch, or even old artists are coming back out with like releasing their album again, but with merch, you know, because that's, you know, because streaming don't pay for much. Like, you know, like you get 2 million, 3 million streams on Spotify, you get a little chunk of change, but it's not like if you were to sell 2 million CDs, you know, but the CD era is over. So streaming, YouTube,
it is the merch game, and it's crazy. Yeah. Do you, especially with the demand, and especially the amount of talent out of Buffalo, but the kind of holding it and only releasing it for a short amount of time, and then you see up and they go up. I have the tie-dye Isaac Paeo, the 3-eyed Mona Lisa, and someone offered me $300 on the street for it. Who knew? Because like it's just crazy how like a
lot of the stuff, like especially West Side stuff. West Side stuff is definitely, it's like a new Supreme. And now that Supreme's bought out by Vans, I mean, to be honest, he could be the new Supreme. Because you know, people are not gonna buy Supreme just because they feel like Supreme sold out. You know.
It's the same thing that happened with a lot of brands, but then you have Westside pulling in like the Rebirth Studios and all these other up and coming Isaac artists to do their work, and it shows that like I can tell when merch is lazy now. You know what I mean? Like I see a certain artists put out shit, not really from Buffalo, because that's
someone called again.
Oh shit, another call.
Hello?
No problem. Can you hear? If it's quiet, you can just leave and come back like the last time.
Can you hear me?
Hello. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Hold on. This is killing me. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Everyone wants to call me. I ain't get no phone calls all goddamn day.
No, you're Mr. Popular. I appreciate you putting. No, I really do appreciate you putting your time out for this, because this was a quick turnover of you being on. So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but, I mean, there's tons of people out here, man.
There we go. Yes, perfect. Third time's a charm.
I can't.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hold on. Hello.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Perfect.
I'm definitely making sure I have a better laptop next time I talk to you.
No problem. Next time we're talking, I'm gonna come to Buffalo and we'll do it in person.
Oh, you're more than welcome. If you come to Buffalo, man, you're more than welcome to. Even if you don't want to interview me, if you got someone else, you're more than welcome to use the store to interview someone.
And that means a lot. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you're always welcome here. You got a home here, so.
Thank you. That I can't tell you. It's I don't know why I have such a connection to Buffalo rap. It is funny, or Buffalo as the city, the art, all of that. But ever since I heard Reject 2 for the first time, that that was when I was like, oh shit, I have to learn everything about that.
Yeah, there's a lot to learn, man. We have a big history, mob wise, art wise, music wise, everything. You know, Buffalo and mafia wise, Buffalo was almost considered a sixth family. We were actually the arm of the mafia. Like, that's what's crazy. Yeah, like Stefan Magadino, he controlled all the other areas like Rochester, Syracuse, Pittsburgh, Cleveland, the whole Ontario of Canada. Like, he had a foothold in Vegas. Like, they were really big, man.
Buffalo, and it's not talked about, but it's starting to be, and for the funniest reasons. We were talking about, so you started off with selling artist merch only?
Yeah, just like Play Clothes, TI stuff, like just like those brands. Like Play Clothes was probably my best selling brand, which was Pusha T's brand. And then like now I'll get random, like when City Boy has some extra BSF stuff or whatever, or like I even had some Camino stuff in here. I'll get it and I'll just put it in the store. People come here all the time looking for that stuff. I
bet it's Buffalo has the best merch, I'd say, right now, because they're working with the artists. But it's funny how everyone's trying to do with the merch game, but you can tell when people are lazy with it. Like the label artists are starting to do it, and it's just not the same.
Yeah, and label artists, they just put out like their name or the album. They don't do like there's real no art behind it. You know, like, you know, the basic. To be honest, what moves a lot in Buffalo is like the basic, like the logo of your label or the logo of the artist. I mean, and you got Westside, who always has some crazy artwork. Westside always has crazy artwork. And now Benny's dropping a crazy artwork piece too now on Friday.
Yeah, with Isaac. I'm going to try to get one of those. I try to get all the drops. What I also like is you can support the artists, because you don't pay for the music that much. In the vinyl game, I mean, I have my Stove God vinyl, but I'm not the biggest vinyl guy.
You can tell I'm not technology savvy here.
Yeah, no, I'm not technology savvy either. That's why I have Ani here helping me. So I totally understand.
I look great. I'm calling Duffel from jail on someone else's phone. I got everyone sitting outside the store right now while I'm talking to you. Look at
that. I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
You can get as many phone calls as you want. You can. I don't mind.
I'm about to throw the phone in the garbage. One more phone call, it's fucking gone.
Funny story about the Westside Gun merch is I do love them, and I try to get to support the artist. I love getting the drops. Like El Camino, I just got the gray. Speaking of the plain, like I just got the plain anti-gun violence. Like it's real good. But I'm not a wrestling fan at all. And I got the Chris Benoit mystery shirt, and I had no idea who Chris Benoit was until I wore it out on stage. I did a show and I had it, and people were like, "How are you wearing a Chris Benoit?" I had no idea who he was, and I'm just doing my stand-up in his shirt, and then afterwards I have to Google who he is. And I'm like, oh shit, and now I know who he is.
Yeah. You gotta kind of watch. Some of that merch is a little, you know.
Yeah, like you and me can now wear the Black Hitler, the three-eyed Black Hitler, the hoodies.
That's like the Griselda, like all the Arabic writing. You know, Buffalo, there's a lot of areas that are Arabic, like Yemenis and, you know, stuff like that. So like they always like, oh, what does that say on the back of your shirt? Do you even know? I'm like, fuck, man. Like I just
all the time
I just support an artist. Like, fucking know what it means.
Well, that happened with me. I always wear Griselda merch with the 187 on the back, and I have a joke about fat cops, just a silly joke. And I had two cops come up to me after and like threaten me because they didn't like my shirt and they didn't like my jokes. And so I was like, oh shit, like it's like they were like you should stop drinking, and you know, or we could pull you over on the way. It's like, oh fuck, I'm just wearing a shirt right now. How butthurt are you gonna be?
Oh man, yeah. There's some people take shit a little bit more too personal, you know.
Yeah. But
So you do good comedy, huh? I'm gonna have to come see you.
I'll try to get a show up in Buffalo. What's Buffalo's like? What's New York, Buffalo open like up there? Things open, or has that affected your business?
Some things are open. Some things are open. You know, I mean, they have like the rules like everyone else, but now they did a thing with Erie County where you can't have more than 4 people sitting at a table, and the bars are usually open till 4 a.m. here. So now they're telling them they got to close at midnight, which of course all the Irish people in my neighborhood are fucking pissed. You know, so. Like my neighborhood, the south side of Buffalo is an Irish community, you know?
Yeah.
So I mean, they don't know what the fuck to do with themselves. Midnight, no one hasn't stopped drinking before midnight here in like 100 years. Like,
They don't know what to do with themselves.
yeah, it's about to be prohibition back in this motherfucker. Next time I talk to you, there might be a bar behind me. You never know.
You're just gonna keep adding shit. It's gonna be like a mall by the time.
Yeah, but Benny said this is like the hip hop outlet or something. He said it's like the hip hop market when he came in here because all the different joints. We're actually looking at getting a bigger spot, so we're hoping. Hoping by spring we'll be in a bigger location. We're gonna separate everything. You know, there's a local podcast guy that needs a space. He doesn't want to keep doing it at his home. So I told him, you know, I could give you a office area in the back, and then we're going to move the studio so it's separated from everything. And same with the barbershop and the clothing. It's going to be a bigger location, so we'll be spaced out more, you know.
Oh, that'll be dope. Did you make the studio over quarantine, or was that beforehand?
It was beforehand.
So that must have helped you out during it, is because
the recording helped out good, you know, because like we got to record a bunch of music and a bunch of people that we knew. We only took in clients that we knew didn't go anywhere near China.
Yeah, you can't be playing with that shit, sharing the same mic.
If they walk in with a number 6, they gotta fucking walk right the fuck back out. They can't that shit going in here.
That's cool that you've been able to expand though, when other shit is kind of, you know, people are hurting, but you're able to expand and put in the recording studio, and you got the barbershop, and you're moving into a bigger location.
Yeah, it's cool to expand, but also kind of like this meant a lot to a lot of people. Like this little studio, like it turned into like a common space for so many people, you know, and like, you know, people would show up. Like I know you know who this is, right?
Yeah.
You see the
oh shit.
You know
what
was that? I think it's his brother-in-law or whatever. What's his name?
Blank. I am too.
Whatever. I'll think of it when I listen.
We got other stuff to but no, he did the door. So yeah, are you going to get rid of the place, or are you going to keep it for a little bit?
Well, I'll keep it for a couple months while we're moving into the new location, you know, but,
yeah,
you know, it's one of those points where it's like, it's either time to move on or you're just going to be stuck in this situation forever. Now I'd like to be bigger, because unfortunately 90% of consumers are more like, the bigger it is, the better they think it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like you might have one of the best podcasts out, but since you might not have 1 million subscribers and some dumbass starting his ass on fire, you know, they watch him, you know, like.
Yeah, you do have to grow for that. Have you been to any of the stores in Boston, like the original Bodega or Concepts or anything?
Now, Boston, whenever I'm there, I'm always in Southie. You know, my dad's always got me going over to visit his friends.
Oh, I bet you're Irish. That's what that is. You know, that's your area.
Yeah, my dad's always got someone he wants me to see when I'm in different cities, like, you know, so
so you can never do what you want.
Yeah, I can't, you know, I'm in Little Italy in New York. He's like, why aren't you in Hell's Kitchen? Like, come on, bro. Like,
I'm trying to do shit right now. Have you heard of Bodega? Do you know about the Bodega in Boston? How it's cool. It's like there's a Snapple machine in the back that opens up, and then it's like a shoe store in a bodega.
Yeah, I've been meaning to come to Boston again. I haven't been to Boston in a couple of years, but I promised my kids I'd take them there, and So I'm definitely gonna have to go. I just been waiting for this COVID shit to die out so we could actually travel without sticking a Q-tip up my nose.
Yeah, Massachusetts is fucked right now. You have to stay inside. It's a 9:30 curfew. Like you guys are complaining about midnight. Like in Boston, the people are going crazy. It's 9:30. You have to be inside by
9:30. What the fuck?
That's what I mean.
Crazy.
It's like, yeah, they put you in
time. So if you work 3 to 11, you're just fucked.
You have to go home right away, or your business closes at 9:30. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know. Rhode Island right now is the only place that's open up. That's where I go to do my comedy. Rhode Island and New Hampshire.
That's crazy. That's wild.
And I've been taking trips up to New York to visit I'm in the city next week visiting my producers. I am getting tested, but that Q-tip up your nose, it's not a fun time.
I'm probably going to get shot outside now.
Uh-oh, now I'm starting beef in Buffalo and I haven't even been there yet.
But no, everyone's cool, man. Everyone gets along though. Like everyone, everyone wants to see everyone shine, and Benny, Westside, Conway, Rick, all those guys gave everyone hope. That's what they did. Cities like Buffalo are always cities that don't have a lot of hope. So when you get people like when the Bills went to the Super Bowl 4 times in a row back in the day, it gave Buffalo hope. Now hip hop with Benny and all them is giving everyone hope, like a hope to make it out or make something of themselves. Without, people don't want to bust their hump and die working for a living. They want to be seen, they want to be known, they want to live a good life, they want to work a job that they love, whether it be them be a rapper or a painter or someone that makes bagels all day.
You know what I'm saying? I'm so down with your shit. You know what I'm saying? Keeping it real.
No one wants to work a 9 to 5 dying.
Yeah.
So Benny and them all gave everyone hope.
And now the Bills are doing well too.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll fuck it up though.
Everybody love everybody.
No, it is. I remember I've met Griselda, and I know I am acquaintances with Conway, and I remember him talking about it and just being like, when we were all like, when Wes was locked up, just
I'm
being
white.
Like, this is the vision. Like I have a vision for what the scene is going to be, what we're going to be, and it was before any of that, and he just stuck with it and kept doing it, and Griselda blew up, and it's crazy. It's crazy what they've done. It's crazy what they've been able to do in such a short time. You got Benny with the. I'm just gonna keep going over this one. You got Benny with BSF, and he's putting on all his guys with his album with DJ.
Shut my phone up, getting calls.
It's all right. I just kept going that time. I was just talking about Buffalo, about Conway telling me how Westside just had this vision of how everything was going to be before it all happened. And
they're out there. They're really putting all their people on. Like, Conway's hooking up everyone that he fucks with drum work, chains, bringing Westside must have got a group buying Buffalo Kid diamond chains because he's passing them out to
every time I see his Instagram, it's another Buffalo Kids chain.
I'm just assuming he has a jeweler locked up in the trunk of his vehicle and just like, listen, make me a fucking chain, like.
But it's crazy because then you got BSF who's putting on they had the album with DJ Drama, which whatever you feel about him, it's still crazy that he put them on a major scale.
Oh yeah. They definitely, and like stuff. Benny's got stuff that still has to come out that I know is fire. Like, these guys. They can't really go down. They're just gonna keep going up and up and up. So
yeah.
So no matter what, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good for Buffalo overall, no matter what.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for being on. I really appreciate you doing this. And I'm gonna once this is all slowed down, I'm gonna be coming up to Buffalo. We'll do. When we're doing our interview in person, people will just keep calling us on the phone. It'll just be this.
I can put my phone on silent that time.
No, but thank you again for being on. I really appreciate this, and I can't wait to meet you in person. And Do you want to plug your shit?
Yeah, I mean, you got a phone charger? No, I'm just kidding. But no, Struggle Mike, I mean, if you look on any platforms, it's under Struggle Mike. I got the 4th album will be out this Friday. So probably by the time you air this or whatever, it'll be out. So I got 4 albums out there. Great Escape, Wall, Next Up, and Progress. I mean, featuring
check them all out.
Mom.
All great projects that I listen to, like fantastic.
Yeah, and
really
we got I just made a quick site for the label, strugglecartel.com, and that's got some of my artists on there, like Speedy, Kev Max, same dude, JJ Lewis. I mean, he's still poured up. He looks like it. No, just kidding. No, but we got a lot of young artists and a lot of older artists. So we're here. I mean, if you ever need any clothes or gear, just hit me up.
Oh, I 100% will, because really all I wear is Buffalo clothing, if I'm being honest. I have all the hoodies, all the t-shirts. That's my shit. But thank you everyone who listened. Like, subscribe, and we'll be back next Thursday. Thank you very much.